My face is shiny as
There.
heckin'. Why am I so shiny? Didn't I go through this last time?
Yeah.
Why am I too shiny?
Yeah.
Oh, someone's here. Hello.
Why, hello.
Yep. How's it going? Stanton's journey. Hi.
What's going on?
Your sister?
Yeah.
Ah. Tell her to join the stream.
She's watching something on the boob tube.
Oh. So how are ya?
I'm ready for the questions.
Hi, J&M.
Howdy, howdy.
Marcel's here. Okay.
Well, where's Jen? You got the M of the J and M.
Oh, sweet. Where at? Hello, Nicole.
Hi.
Awesome.
Oh, great. So you can, like, she does her phone every once in a while. She'll jump on the phone, on her phone. But a lot of times she has to read stuff to me because it's hard for me to see anything on the screen without sticking my face up to the screen. Then people get to see my big old melon.
So how's everyone tonight? Y'all doing good? Oh, cool.
What do you do for work? The hell was that?
I don't know. Wind creaking? Ghost? I don't know.
Damn ghost.
You never know. Mom did pass away here. So, yeah. There's that.
Yeah, there's that.
Yikes.
All right, one thing I got to know. Oh, auto parts.
Yeah.
Right
Cool.
up my alley. One thing I got to know. It's New Year, well, January. How many of you guys made your New Year's resolutions and are actually sticking to it?
Hi, Jen.
Hello. Yeah, that's Frank. He's put on a little bit of weight. It's getting a little chubby.
Now, which one's Chris?
Because I don't even bother making New Year's resolutions because you make those on the 1st of January and I'm done with it about noon the next day.
Ah, okay. Stanton's. He's Chris. Okay,
Oh,
gotcha. Yeah. Doesn't work.
No, at least
I never stick to them.
No.
Get more in shape or whatever. I lose a little bit of weight.
I don't have time to work out. If I want to work out, I just go to work. I'm up and down ladders and throwing stuff around. And,
yeah, so you don't need to.
no.
I want to get walking more though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, we'll go down to the park. I'll take the drone. I want to take it up to the falls.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd
but it's too cold for that.
Oh, cool.
Exactly.
Mannequins are cool.
Exploring is working out.
Yep. That is true.
Between the walk-in and, depending on the surroundings and the situation, you're crawling in and out of stuff. And having to pick yourself up through holes or lower yourself down through stuff.
But with it being cold, we're not really getting out as much.
Yeah, no, because I
hate cold.
We live in Western New York. And so we're not far from the lakes. So we get a lot of lake effect snow and stuff like that. And I've lived around here all my life, and so is she. She's lived in, this area pretty
all
much
over
all her
Western
life.
New York.
I've gotten to the point where I just hate the cold.
Yep. So relatively the same over there then in Ohio,
Yeah, but they don't have the lake effects.
which is true.
I don't believe. Well, they shouldn't.
No, maybe they do. If they're well, it depends on which part of Ohio. Like if they're over this way more.
Well, no, because our Ohio's over here. We got our lake over here, and we're over here.
Yeah.
Unless they get something from maybe Michigan. I don't know.
I don't know. Do ya?
I'm no Rand McNally, so my map.
He could tell us. Oh gosh. That's not good.
Marcel, my New
Yeah.
Year's resolution is to annoy Jen as much as possibly can.
Oh goodness.
Mission
that's funny.
accomplished.
Why are you in the hospital?
Who?
Nicole. She said she's in the hospital.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not any fun.
You could explore around the hospital.
There you go.
Look for the morgue.
25 minutes from Cleveland. Okay, yep.
So
Just
Cleveland.
out of it.
Yeah, so they're where did Logan grow up?
That's a good question.
Our-
He told me like
Our future
97 times, I forget.
son-in-law is from Ohio. Text Victoria and ask her.
Yeah. I think he's like somewhere around
Actually
there.
call her and
There
put
you
her
go.
on speakerphone and don't tell her we're doing this.
No,
That'd be funny.
that'd be rude.
Oh,
Oops, I almost did call her
Oh,
because
that
you
would
said
be
that.
good.
Ah,
that'd be good. But look at the bright side, Marcel. You have all year to improve your skills, to hone them right in.
Yep.
I know I can piss her off in one word, and I'm not going to say what it is because now is not the time.
Probably a couple of ways. Yeah, what did she say what she is in for? Long story, but oh gosh. Yeah, hope you feel better. My goodness.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Ohio.
Boy,
Silly
she is
goose.
just a quick as a whip. How about narrow down to like maybe a county or maybe even a town? Goofball. We just asked my daughter where her fiance is from. Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Jen and Michelle, they shared us out. So cool.
Oh, sweet.
Hi, Mike. From Canada. Ah.
Canada.
So,
What do they call it? Canadian ballet. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's silly.
That was something I wanted to ask you, Marcel. The other day, we were talking about what is the drone that you have? Your small one.
Oh, another one.
Another Canadian.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's see what she said.
She said
Marengo and Moro. However you pronounce that county.
what's it?
Marengo.
Morrow County.
Yeah.
And it's
Marengo. I don't
Who
know.
the hell thinks of the names of these things?
I probably pronounced it all wrong.
Well, anyways, statins. Bring that back up because I already dumped one, forgot. Our future son-in-law is from Marengo, and I probably just slaughtered that name all the hell, but in Morrow County. You familiar with that? Oh God, Victoria's here. Oh my God.
Ah! Hi, Victoria. That's
Okay.
our girl.
Okay, well, we'll stop talking about our son-in-law then. No.
Yeah, we were just trying to figure out where he was from. Yeah.
Because we got a couple people on here that are from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got a Maverick Mini.
Hi, Sebastian.
Where is it?
She said hi. He said
Oh.
hi. So
Oh, hey.
yeah, if he was typing, it'd be DFGAK whatever.
Bleep, blop, blop, blop.
He's 3.
Yeah, he's a little ham. But yeah, this Marcel, this is this is the one that I just got. Nice little case.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's the Mini 3 Pro, DJI Mini 3 Pro. And this thing is phenomenal. Let's see if I can blink.
Looks like a little bug.
Yeah,
So cute.
it works really well. This here works really, really good. It's got a lot of nice features on it. It works really, really good. I mean, there's not much else I can say about it. It does phenomenal videos and pictures
Yeah.
and smooth, even in relatively high wind. Stays nice and steady, you know, because of the gimbal and everything.
Yeah.
But let's see if I get that on without breaking it. I don't want to be that guy. There we go.
Yeah, Jen and Marcel's is like
Kind of sort of the same.
similar.
Yeah,
like,
I think it might be like the year, maybe year 2 before this.
yeah.
I'm guessing. But yeah, it was really nice. I notice I fly it around as often as I can. Now being cold, it cuts the battery life down, but it's really nice, really good range. I can go around where the town where we live. I can go probably about 1.5 miles away from where I am, and it's kind of hilly and stuff like that around here, so that definitely plays a factor. But if I go out to property that we've got, which has got wide open fields and stuff, I could probably go comfortably 2 miles.
Thank you.
What?
Chris just shared it out too.
No, thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much. Yeah, the one that we had before that was like terrible.
It was
very like choppy and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely not smooth.
Which it's not this one. It's really similar. It's almost like it. Because it got, if you look at our videos, the one that's titled Demise of a Drone, it was its final hey-hoo.
Yeah.
But this is a holy stone. Holy stone. Holy stone. But kind of sort of the same concept. It's small.
Yeah.
But I mean, for beginning, it works good, but there's no gimbal on the camera. So if it starts doing this number here, you're going to see it in the video. The one kind of good thing about this, unlike the DJI and now all the drones are coming out with, the ID thingamabobber there, where it transmit the ID of the unit.
Oh yeah.
But and then with the DJI, there are certain places that you have to like the no-fly zones. It won't, you
Yeah.
can't fly into certain areas without permissions and whatever, and it puts up a geofence.
That's a good question. Nicole wants to know if they can go underwater.
Not these. No, these here. Well,
Good question, though.
it depends. It can go underwater for a very short period of time, and then you'll never see it again.
They probably have something out there that will.
They do. They have like submarines type things.
Yeah, probably super expensive.
Yeah. Something like this, because you have exposed, I don't know if you can see it or not, but like inside here, that's the motor. I mean, water, if that gets flooded with water, it's going to stop working. The batteries, where the battery goes, you have open contacts, water will get inside that. So yeah, that I'm sure they very, very high end ones you can fly around in nasty weather. Now like the DJI one that I have, you can fly it
That would be pretty cool.
in the rain per se. It's not like a massive downpour and stuff like that. Same thing with the snow. You can do that, but you got to be smart about it, Marcel, I want an underwater drone so bad.
Oh, John. Hey, shoot.
Oh,
Yep. I know, getting them all mixed up.
but like with mine, those got one right here, like those little silica packets, like you get in shoes and stuff for avoiding moisture. In my DJI case, I have like about 4 or 5 of these. I got them underneath the battery compartments, the battery charger, in the batteries, one underneath the drone, one underneath the controller. So if it does generate any moisture that I can't get to or wipe off, excuse me, this will suck it up and help prevent problems. Because the way my case is set up.
RJ, hi.
Hey, buddy. Because that's the way my case is set up. I don't even see that Mohami. So I've got batteries out the wazoo and chargers. But yeah,
this has all the extra batteries though.
This is a very, very kind of pricey. The drone itself with one battery and the controller and everything was like what, $1,200?
Yeah,
$1,100. And then I got the charging block with 2 batteries, and the whole thing came with another set of propellers and what have you. That was like almost $200, and the case was cheap. The case,
quite expensive.
Yeah, but man, let me tell you,
they get even more expensive though.
It's expensive, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking to get good quality video and pictures and stuff like that, you're going to get what you pay for. Like I said, where in the hell?
Yeah, definitely start out with something that's cheaper before you get to this though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, even with that being said, if it's something you really want to learn how to do, this one here, even though it was pricey, it is still a very good beginner drone because of the simple fact of it has sensors on there that it's almost impossible to crash it. You can either, if you're flying towards straight something, you could either have it stop or it can go around. So what?
They're talking about those silicone packets, and Nicole said, just don't eat them, eat the beef jerky. And then Mike's like, I thought it was the salt.
Just sprinkle it on there.
Ah, that's silly.
But yeah, if it's something, granted, if you have no experience with drones, okay, go to Walmart.
That's what I was saying.
Get a $50-$100 one, just to get the basic concept of the controls.
Yeah. That's what I was meaning.
because I mean, this has so many features on it. People say, well, it'll suck to have it fly away. And this has a setting on there to where you can give it a maximum distance of how far you can go. So you could go 50 feet away from you, and that's as far as it's going to go. So you'll always see it right there. Or like I have mine set for unlimited distance. But if it's going and it loses contact with the controller, it'll automatically turn around and come back. I mean, it depends on what you got to mess with.
Hmm.
But I love this thing.
Mhm.
I try and fly it as often as I can. I'll stand out here on my front porch and go down
Yeah.
over town and stuff like that. And
I've never used it. I'm scared.
Well, my
I don't
boss,
want to break it.
I'm in the construction field, and I was telling my boss about it, and I'm like, hey, you get a roof you want to look at, but it's too far up and it's after hours and they're not open, or you don't want to pull out a 40-foot ladder, whatever. Let me know. I got a drone, and I can get you whatever pictures or video you need. And the first thing out of his mouth was, yeah, maybe I'll borrow it from you someday. No, you won't. I don't let anybody. I mean, if she wanted to learn open spot, I would have no problem with it. I would just change a bunch of settings that would make it comfortable for her.
I would panic.
No, you can't crash it. Trust me. If I didn't think you could do it, I wouldn't let you do it. But I'm not letting Mooney do it. No.
Yeah, I suppose you could, Nicole. Yikes. Get in a lot of trouble for that though.
Well, yeah,
When if you got caught or whatever.
Well, see, here's the thing with that too. There are people that, oh, you can't fly that above somebody's house or what have you. Yes, you can. As long as you're not getting up to their windows and
Yeah, that's just creepy.
that's understandable. But just to fly over a structure, you can do that. And if someone were to literally shoot it out of the sky, they can get into a whole heap load of trouble because that is a federal offense. From the research I have done, I could be wrong, but um, it's almost equivalent to shooting at or shooting down a aircraft because that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it, Nicole. You got to be careful with that because then
I don't think she's meaning she would.
you can.
She's a statement.
But just for ha-has, on my own house, she was in the kitchen,
And
and
he peeped in on me.
and I just sort of scooted underneath the window and then went straight up, and then because that has a pretty healthy zoom on it, and oh yeah, you can see right inside the house, but it also depends on glare and everything.
Goodness.
Technically, no, Marcel. Just don't get caught. It's only illegal if you get caught.
She don't have a fun toy. Yeah, so they're pretty cool though.
Yeah, I really really like that one, and it has a lot of features to it, and there's some that I'm still messing with and this and that. And for me, this being wintertime is a good time to sort of practice with a little bit. So once the weather does get nice and we do start going back out again, I can
Can't
do
wait.
bam, bam, bam. I can just lay stuff right on it. How high do they go? Well, this one, this one here can go pretty high, but in the United States, legally, the highest you can go is 400 feet. Because that's the FAA rules. Now, this on this particular one, I have a setting where I can put maximum altitude, and you could put it, whatever. But since the DJI transmits a frequency, a code that the FAA can pick up on, they can determine if you are going past that point. And the reason that being smaller aircraft like single engine planes, I believe their minimum altitude is like 500 feet. So it gives it that 100-foot buffer. Yeah, I did mess. I am messing with the follow thing. I'm still trying to get that fine tuned a little bit to go faster. I mean, I can get it to follow me just walking, and that's fine. But I have a Polaris Razor that I tried it, and I sort of outran it. Then I had to stop and wait for it to catch up to me.
Hi, John.
Hey, John, how you doing? Frank says, hey. But yeah, I mean, it can probably go, a good 800, 900 feet. Keep in mind, the higher you go in altitude, the more you have to deal with the wind. But like I say, legally, you're only allowed to go 400 foot. I sort of have mine set at like 405 foot. Is that Victoria?
Yes.
Is she still watching?
Yes.
Oh, hey.
And I don't know if you answered. I was just not paying attention for a second, but do you have to register them? She said.
As long there's a weight limit. And well, there's a couple of factors. 250 grams. Anything below 250 grams that is not being used for commercial use, technically you don't have to register it. If you are using it in a commercial manner, like getting paid, going over people's property, taking pictures, and they pay you, technically you're supposed to register it. Anything over 250 grams, yes, you have to register it. Recreational, right. Under 250 grams and recreational use, no, you don't have to register it. Now, DJI automatically registers. The first time you pull it out of the box and you fire up the controller. I don't know when they started doing that. I know this one, my Mini 3 Pro, I know this one did. But the first time you fire up the controller and you link the controller to the drone, it goes through all this rigmarole, and it automatically registers. But I don't use it. I use it for recreational use. Now, see, there's a real fine line. Say at some point, probably the way things are going now, way the hell down the line, if we start getting monetized through YouTube, where yeah,
that'll take forever.
That'll be a while.
Not even anywhere near that, but yeah.
Technically, you're getting money, so technically, you're supposed to register it under what the hell the word I'm looking for? Commercial.
Oh.
Under commercial use.
I was going to say FDA
even if you're making pennies, you're still getting money out of it.
So Chris says he should get his button gear and start practicing. Wouldn't it hurt?
With what? With the drone?
Yeah.
It's definitely a good thing to keep in practice. I mean, there's been I could go.
It's cool footage.
Say if I went a week or two without using it, for the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, I'm holding the controller going, what the hell is this? Oh yeah, there's that. Don't go that way. But it's fun.
Yeah, definitely takes some time.
I mean, because there's some local stuff around here that I'd really like to get some drone footage on, but it's got to be at the right time of year. We have in the town we live in, there's a set of waterfalls, and I want
Yep.
to do some stuff with that, going up and
Like going up over the church and stuff was really cool too.
yeah, we have a church, and everybody always wondered how tall is the steeple on there. Well, I was able to take it, go right up. I got about 3 feet away from the very tippy top of the steeple, and I looked down at my controller and it tells me my elevation, and it was 270 some foot.
Did you get any drone footage during the big snow?
We haven't gotten a big snow.
Well, there was that one real that quick time, but we
Oh
out
yeah,
here it was like more just like a few miles over
yeah.
that got it.
It pretty much missed us.
Yeah,
Up towards
like Buffalo got
Buffalo.
nailed.
Buffalo got quite a bit. They got like 3 or 4 foot.
Yeah,
And I think down in the southern tier they got 3 or 4 foot. Overall, at least because we're in a valley where our town is, we're in a valley. So a lot of it skipped right over the top of us. I think we only got like
I
not
can't
much,
remember,
like
but it
6 or 8
definitely
inches.
wasn't nowhere near what
No.
everyone else got. Yeah, yeah, Buffalo. Well, even wasn't it Alexandria? I think got it too, but
Attica.
Attica. Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
which
town,
is just right around the corner
which
from
is
us.
literally about
So it's weird.
what, 7 miles?
Yeah, I don't know. Something
About
like that.
7 miles that way.
It's interesting how just it could be a total different. It could be sun shining here, and then you just go like one town over, and it's not.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's butthole deep.
Yeah,
But I've
seen
noticed,
that a few times.
like I said, I've lived around this area all my life, and I've noticed over the past 25, 30 years that the snow amounts have been getting less and less. Um,
It's been quite mild, really.
yeah, I mean, granted,
Yeah,
still gets cold. Cold sucks,
yeah. Like next week's gonna be. Ugh.
but cold with anus deep snow is not fun.
Yeah, the
But
wind chills. We did get a couple of times where the wind chills were just what -24 or something. It was one
yeah,
time
that's when
not
we
too
had
long ago. Yeah,
that's when we had all
the
that
snow.
windstorm.
Yeah. Everyone else got the snow, but we had the cold and the wind. Yep.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like I said, it seems to be
Hi,
getting
Cam.
getting
Aunt Lori's here.
where
Cam Crazy. That's
oh
right.
hey,
I keep forgetting that that's her little name.
all the families here.
Yeah.
But the winters have been getting milder and milder. The last I remember, a significant, other than freak storms, which we had a freak storm, what, about 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, where
Yeah.
we got that
Yeah.
4 foot.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. That
which
was
which
heavy duty.
is no big deal. It's a freak thing,
Hmm.
but would be the for me blizzard of 77. But I was a little kid, so a 4 foot snowdrift looked really tall to
Yeah.
me
Yep.
because I would have been 6.
Yeah. Because I was 2.
Ah.
And
And we
he
had
had
a
a cute little snowsuit on.
looked
Yeah.
like Maggie Simpson. But
Uh,
we lived on a farm at the time, and yeah, that sucked.
yeah. Yep. Just babies.
Yeah, thanks.
You were pretty young though too, Aunt Lori. Like you were what, like young teens, I think, or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, our water table's down a little bit too. I mean, we went through a period here not too long ago where it just rained. I mean, it was warm instead of snowing, it was raining and raining and raining and raining.
Yep. But they say that big storm that we had here just, in around Christmas time, that over in Buffalo compared to blizzard of 77.
Right. Well, see, that's why during 77 we got all the snow because there was high winds, but the lake was frozen.
Yeah, so it's
So it
blowing
was
right on
pushing
over.
all that snow
Yep.
and dumped it onto us.
All right, take care. Jen and Marcel have to take off.
Oh, all right.
Hope to catch you on your next stream.
Yeah.
You said a couple of weeks. Yeah, I think they said a couple of weeks.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, 2 weeks. Okay. Yep, he was young.
Where's
What you looking for?
I'm still waiting for them questions.
No. I mean, we've had a few questions.
No, somebody said I got questions for you.
Yeah.
Can't remember who it was now. I've drawn a
Only
blank.
have to remember. Yep. Well, Aunt Lori, I remember Mom had me in a snowsuit all bundled up, and we were going to go to Carol's restaurant in Batavia, which no longer exists. Yep.
Where was that?
Carol's restaurant?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think. Oh, I forget.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Don't
It was in Batavia.
want to burn you out.
What has been our biggest explore? Well,
Big is
yeah.
as in biggest building?
Yeah, I mean, if it was the biggest building, I'd have to say it was
Yeah.
Binghamton. Rather. Yep.
Yeah, Binghamton Psych Center would be physically the
It
biggest.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. We went around this building, it's a massive building.
No, it's a pretend fire. What do you call it? The fire. He said, "Is that real?"
You stick your hand on it, it's hot.
Yeah.
No, it's a electric thingamabobber. It does put out some heat, but not enough.
We've never gotten in trouble for trespassing. We had got caught a couple of times. But then he talked with them, and you don't run or anything like that. You don't deny it, and he's a smooth talker. Yep. Hopefully sometime, Aunt Lori. There's some cool stuff out that way, so yeah.
Ever explore any really spooky places that scared you? Me? No.
Yeah. No, not really.
I don't get scared. I get concerned. But I think one that put me on edge a little bit was over in the Catskills. It was a rehab center, and there was somebody squatting in there.
Yep.
So that immediately put me on alert, because it's not necessarily me. I mean, I'm fine. Whatever. It was her, her safety, and my camera and stuff like that. Yeah, we might have spent good money for or whatever, but if somebody latches onto her, let me tell you what, I have no problem just laying my camera right up against somebody's head without even thinking twice. But they behaved themselves. We were here, they were there, everything was cool. That's the only place that I can think of.
Yeah.
That put me on edge.
Yeah.
I was
Yep.
on high alert.
Yep. But that wasn't anything like spooky. That was more of just a real person.
Right.
The one incident that we had that we're not really sure how to explain was the one house that we were in, and we've talked about this before, but
Oh, the hummus.
There was
yeah,
and I mean, there was no one else around.
yeah,
It's out in the middle of the boonies,
yeah.
so
We did this
he
one
doesn't
place.
believe any of that though, so I
did
do.
we did this one place. It was a farmhouse. Cool old place. And it was kind of weird when you walk in there because it was lath and plaster and what have you, and all that stuff's falling off, and there's moss on the walls,
Love
on the
you,
floor.
Victoria. Mwah. Heart.
Yeah.
Tapping off.
Be good. I'm gonna finish putting that hot water heater in tomorrow.
Love you, Sebastian. Hi, Logan. Love you guys.
But when you walk in there, all this decay and stuff falling in, you walk through this doorway, and here's this beautiful archway made out of oak, just completely intact, not rotted. A staircase going
Beautiful.
up.
Yep.
There's a homemade inset bookshelf. Perfect. All this rot and decay and all this stuff was just like, look at me. It was cool. But that particular place was kind of odd when I was going down to the basement, and we didn't hear it at first uh, until I was doing some editing, but you could hear what sounded like a very distinctive rhythmic hum, like a kind of thing, and in a female tone.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact it wasn't her because while this was going on, she was saying something.
Yeah.
So unless she's a hell of a ventriloquist,
Yeah.
but a breeze could have been hitting the building just right and did that. I mean, there's a reason for it. So have I ever fallen through the floor? No. There was one place that could have been potentially really bad. That's another reason why we don't really go much in the wintertime anymore because we're on the second floor and the place was so deteriorated that the floors, like the floor would be like here and a wall. Let me get an angle here. There you go. See, like this is the floor and this is a wall. Well, everything was so waterlogged that the walls were suspended, hanging, and the floors were down here. And there was a spot that I walked across that I shouldn't have, and it had linoleum on there. It was frigid cold that day, and it was cold enough that the linoleum actually held me up in the air to where normally it would just and that's one reason why we don't do much in the wintertime because that could have turned out bad. Most generally, like I said, I'm in the construction field. I can look at something and say, yeah, no, that's not safe to go across. Excuse me. Or, since I deal with stuff like that quite often, yes, I will go across it, but I don't expect her to. I mean, if she feels nervous or whatever, I'm not going to force her to because that's when things can happen. If you're, kind of uneasy, one minor misstep could lead to disaster.
Yeah. And RJ said, come meet his ghost.
No, Lori. Well, I'm trying to think.
To do research. No, I don't know.
Not that I can remember.
Yeah. I think we would remember something.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I think it would.
So not yet.
Yeah. I mean,
we would though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gotten pretty good at finding information. Now, granted, there are some places that no matter how much you dig, you just can't find out anything about them. There's been a couple of places that I've even gone to like the county tax places and stuff like that. and they'll flat out tell me, "Huh, that's weird. We don't have no record of that address." Or and I'll bring it up on like on Google Earth that shows the coordinates, and I'll be like, right here, and they're like, don't know what to tell you. We have no record of it. So,
Yep.
but that's with our little saying, every building has a story.
Yep.
Some you can figure out, some you have to piece together, and some you may never know. And occasionally we do come across the ones that you just may never know.
Where did we get the skeleton?
Where did it get Frank? Amazon.
You can get anything off Amazon.
It was relatively cheap. I think it was only like about $120.
Yeah, it wasn't
Wasn't
much.
very
I don't
much.
remember exactly, but yeah.
I love skeletons, and I'm really good with anatomy and stuff like that. So I've always wanted one. So just one day I'm like, I'm gonna get one. So I'm gonna start putting them in different positions, and maybe one day I'll hook a little motors to them, doing a Macarena or some shit.
No, didn't deflesh them ourselves.
What's that?
Did we deflesh them ourselves?
First, we threw them in a pot of boiling water
Yeah.
to loosen up the meat.
Ew. Yikes.
Oh, now we're going all Jeffrey Dahmer here.
Ugh.
520, is he real? No, it wasn't 520. It was like 120.
Yeah.
No, you can get real ones, yeah, and they're up there in price. That's not no. It was like 120 or 130 bucks.
I don't remember
It's
exactly.
plastic,
Yeah.
but it's all correct.
Very realistic. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, right now you can't really see it right now. He's sitting back there with the hat and sunglasses. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yep. Yeah, the angle you can't really see it, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, like I say, it is plastic, but it's it's right to the markings on bones and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I questioned when you got it when it came. I was like, "Is that real?"
Yeah, it sure is. Oh yeah, they can be up to thousands for real ones.
Well, Aunt Lori, that could happen. You never know. And I guess we just take it as it goes. If we come across something like that, then you got to call the police, and
Frank will
you
have
got
a
to
partner.
tell them like this is what we came across, and
Frank will have a partner. They can do square dance.
yikes.
No, I'm waiting for the day. I mean, because
Find someone who's passed away.
there's numerous
scary.
places that we want to go to, but we know that the potential for um, homeless people and drug use people and stuff of that nature is there. So we have to mentally and physically prepare ourselves for that. And it's definitely not anything we're going to do when it's cold out, because once it gets cold out, they start going in. We know of an abandoned apartment complex that is, yeah, that is, it's quite large, but again, this time of year, but again, we have to prepare ourselves for it.
Yep.
What's the furthest we've traveled? How far have you traveled for an explorer? The farthest we've traveled so far, well, we didn't go there to explore.
Right, which is true, but we were out there and then we did explorers.
Because we have gone to North Carolina. Our daughter was in the Marines and she was in North Carolina, so we went down there to visit her. And of course, while we were there, strangely enough, right across the street was a building that was abandoned that's been left from when they had a hurricane in the area previous years.
Yep.
So we hit that, but furthest we've gone just to do exploring,
I'd say Ohio.
It's either Ohio or Pennsylvania because they're both
Yeah.
pretty close-ish.
Yeah.
If things go the way we really, really, really,
Hope.
really, really, really hope they do, we're going to literally travel around the country doing it.
Yep.
Um,
I hope so.
I hope so too, because I'm getting too old to do the shit that I'm doing. I'll tell you what. But anyway, um, 120. I don't know. She could be a feisty thing too.
Yeah, I have my moments, believe it or not.
Um, when we first met, she was like the epitome of a church mouse. You know, she was very quiet, very reserved. You know, people talk to her, "Yeah," and that'd be about it.
Yeah.
And now look at you.
Yep.
That's what
Look what
30.
you did to me.
That's what 30 years of me will do to you. Got you all twisted up. But yeah, I think the furthest we've traveled explicitly for exploring is either Ohio or down in Pennsylvania. We've done, they're pretty same in distances because usually what we do is, oh, you've been in Niagara Falls? Nice.
Yeah. We've
We,
done Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina,
New York,
New York, obviously, and then Ohio. I think that's about it so far.
Connecticut.
Oh, and Connecticut. Yep. Forgot that one.
I did too.
Yep. So yeah.
Remember that? You stupid.
Yeah, that oh.
But anyway,
Yikes.
because what we do, all right, our anniversary is in August, tail end of August, August 28th, right? Yay, pat on the head. Yay. So before that time comes, couple of months, we will do a proverbial spin the bottle, and that's the direction we're going to go. So we'll pick an area like a state, say for instance, Pennsylvania, Ohio. You know, since we did some of Ohio, we did.
Love you, Aunt Lori.
Take her easy.
Mwah.
Like the eastern coast of Ohio, like 2 counties in, going down that whole area because time is limited. But there is some stuff further in, like a prison. We've always wanted to do a prison.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Can't wait.
But we'll start doing a whole bunch of research and find a bunch of places. And now, granted, just because the interweb says it's there at the time doesn't always mean it's there. Between A and B, knock down, burn down, whatever. So we get a large list of as much as we can find.
Yep. To
plan hotel rooms. Okay, we're going to be in this area. There's, for instance, 5, 6, 7 places. Okay, we're going to be there for a day. Down here there's 6 or 8 places, so we try and find some place in between for a hotel room.
Yep.
And we'll stay there 2-3 days. And then so on down the line.
do our research. Yeah. Yep.
I take a week off from work. I try and rig it up to where, okay, the weekend before my week and the weekend after my week, because there's another 4 days. So, and then of course, by the time we get home, you got to have a day and a half ish to unwind.
Yep.
We're thinking possibly this coming August, either doing the western side of Ohio into Indiana, that kind of thing. Because from what I understand, at the western side of Ohio, correct me if I'm wrong, Stans, there is a prison.
Yeah.
And that's on one of our bucket lists as a prison. We've done, one of our things was a amusement park. and we found one that closed in like the 60s. Pretty much everything wood related buildings is either gone or collapsed,
Yep.
but a lot of the rides were still there, even though they were just metal skeletons. But
Hmm.
it was just cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was so ecstatic. Just, it was awesome.
Mansfield Prison. That's the one I believe is over on the west side of the state because we were looking into that. And again, like I say, time's kind of limited, so we sort of
Yeah.
stuck to one particular area. So we gotta venture out.
Yes,
It's an hour.
definitely.
What, the prison's an hour from you?
Yeah. So that's definitely something on our bucket list for sure.
Well, you just talked us into going out there in August. But it's really fun to do. I mean, a lot of people ask us, why do you do it? It's just an old building or whatever. It's like I said, I'm in the construction field. So the architecture and, stuff like that. And the
It's
it's
fascinating.
fascinating.
Yeah.
It's the story, everyone here, they have a personal story,
Yep.
their family and this and that, but nobody ever tells a story of these buildings where people lived, grew up, worked, and now they are fallen to shambles. Why? What what between A and B happened to cause C?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
that's doing the research and finding out the story of the place of why it happened
Yep.
is cool.
Yeah. Exactly. If walls can talk.
Exactly. Oh, you're exactly right, Stans. It's if they could talk, the stories they would tell. Well, I watched little Johnny get his ass whooped over here, or whatever. And 90% of the time, John, you're right. It is vast majority of the time it's money.
Hmm.
Um, or greedy people in general. Um, we've come across numerous places where um, a family grew up there, mom and dad passed away, and you know one kid's like, okay, well, we're not going to do nothing with it, let's sell it, and the other one's like, no, no, let's hang on to it. And since they're bickering back and forth, it's just sitting there, literally rotting into the ground.
Yep.
We've come across numerous the cottage,
Oh,
quaint little
yes.
cottage
Yep.
home, cool little place.
Yep.
But now I think the roofs. I went by that the other day. I think the roof's starting to.
Oh, geez. So sad. Yep.
And see, that's another thing. We are very particular on some of the places. We go. We are strictly by the code of um, if it's posted, we don't go on the property.
Yeah. If it's locked up, you don't go in.
Right. If
You
it's
don't
locked
force your
up, we
way.
don't force our way in. That's
Yep.
where the drone comes in. I even though it's locked up and even though it's posted, I can stand out by the road and fly it around it. And
Yeah. And I can take pictures on
granted,
the outside.
you can't get on the inside,
Right.
but it is what it is.
Yep.
There's one building, there was a 84 lumber that's now abandoned, but it has a uh, chain link fence all the way around it. So some of the buildings are wide open. So I could take that drone and fly it right inside and zip around. And
Yep. It's very sad. Tin roofs. Yep. That definitely could help, I would think. I mean, until it gets like rusted or something, but
yeah, Tim, so far that's what I've seen is tin and slate roofs last the longest,
Yep.
and those the hell are they called? They're basically clay, terracotta or whatever. They
Oh,
got the
yep.
they last quite a long time too.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly, stands.
Yep.
Well, not only that, it crosses that legal line to where if somebody did call the cops or the cops did show up, you know, now granted, we're not teenagers,
Yeah.
you know, more than likely, depending on said officer, if they got any the night before or not, what kind of mood he's in. But 9 times out of 10, because we're not teenagers, if I explain, "Hey, look, this is what we do, yada, yada," they'll probably just say, "Okay, get the hell
Right.
out of here."
Yep.
But you also get the younger officers that are trying to make a name for themselves, but,
Yep.
they're just doing their job.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and you never go in and destroy places either.
No.
These people that go in and destroy something, what's the reason behind that, you know?
Stupid. Well, see, a
Why do
lot
you
of
have to do all the graffiti and smashing the glass and, it's
no
terrible.
no wasp attacks,
Oh,
knock
yeah,
on wood.
thankfully.
Um, we did come across one where the entire wall where we had to go through was filled with honeybees. But honeybees, they won't bother you
Yeah,
as long as you move slow, and stuff like that. They might fly around you, but they're not going to bother you.
yeah. Wasps are another story.
Wasps they're assholes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if we've ever had one. There, if I recall, we did have one where we didn't want to go on the back side of the house because there was an enormous wasp nest
Yes, there was. Yep,
hanging off the overhang.
yep.
And they weren't just wasps, they were those white-faced hornets. And those bees don't mess around.
Yeah. Yeah,
You,
so we had to avoid that whole
yeah, you could
spot.
go boom, and they'll.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah, wasps don't. Those, like I said, we've encountered numerous honeybees, and honeybees don't bother me at all. I'll walk right through I have down at the shop when all those honeybees
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah, you had
whatever
me go in there too, and I'm just like, "Really?" And it was fine.
where I
I
work
was a little nervous, but it was fine.
for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure. Um, we think that the honeybee nest broke off. Like a group went and wanted to start a new nest, and they went in the front part of our shop, and there was literally thousands of them in there. And
Yep.
so, but I've been around honeybees all my life, and then just walk in, just nice and slow, no herky jerky moves, just walk nice and easy and do
Yep.
whatever you got to do. And granted, some's going to land on you and some's going to be curious and this and that, but they won't bother you.
Yeah, I didn't even have any of them come near me.
No.
Yep. Even when you had me go ahead and peek in there, you're like, "It's fine." And so I peeked in there, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, they won't bother you.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, white face hornets and wasps. Yeah, no, I'm not a.
Exactly, RJ. Uh, why? Yeah.
And so if there's a couple of videos of ours that if you watch them, I'll scan through and be like, oh, pick balls. Oh, pick balls. Oh, more pick balls. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
our artistic
kids.
side coming through, I guess.
It's mostly kids. You know,
We do, I'm not much of a graffiti person and this and that. I think vast majority of it's stupid.
there are some
There
that
is
people are
some
pretty
that
artistic,
is,
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
really.
you look at it, it's like, wow,
Yep.
I've got a problem doing stick figures.
But like to just deface places,
Yeah.
and I don't like it.
No, it's pointless.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yep. Yeah, there are lots of them all over the place.
Big most. But yeah, there is stands. It's you, but you think it's like, man, if they put half their effort into doing this instead of
Yeah.
this, the amount of stuff they could accomplish. I mean, some of it is, I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. But then you got the dick and balls right next to it.
Are we gonna get like our video blocked because of those words?
Nah,
Okay. Yikes. uh,
we're not saying the B word. The
oh. Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
yeah. What's his name there? JT. Oh, what the heck's his name?
Yeah. JD.
No,
JT.
JT. Oh, I can't think of his name. He's a guy on YouTube.
He's hilarious.
He's funny as hell.
You gonna try to find it?
Yeah, because I'm just curious now.
Yeah.
I'll find it. Give me a second. Entertain the people for a moment.
Yeah, he's hilarious, but this guy that he's trying to find right now, he won't say words related to like
The China virus.
right panda virus.
Yeah, there you go. Because he'll get either demonetized or they'll take his video down.
Yeah. Yep.
Awaken
All
with
these
JP.
rules that they have. Ah, that's it.
Yeah.
JP.
Yeah. Why was I thinking JT?
Oh,
JP.
close enough. Yep.
But he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Time is it? Oh shit, it's
is
9 o'clock. It's almost your bedtime, young lady.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you wake up tomorrow and I'm not here, I'm up at the house putting that water heater in.
Okie dokie. Yep.
Yay! I gotta install a on-demand hot water heater in a house that hopefully my daughter's going to be moving into soon.
King of obsolete.
King of obsolete.
Salty cracker. That sounds sort of
I've heard of
familiar.
that. Well, it's been a long time.
Well, he said that they tossed
They
it.
tossed them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh. Too many rules.
Well, it's
And whiners.
that's.
Yep. A lot of whiners out there.
Let's not get political here.
Well, being a whiner doesn't necessarily mean politics.
Yeah,
There's just whiners about everything.
Because most people on the one side of politics are for whiners. I feel not trying to offend anyone. I mean, give the big wave. But whatever your political views are, I'm not trying to offend anybody. But the way things are right now, this country is fucked.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Other countries are sitting back and laughing at us. And it's appalling.
Yeah, we're a big joke.
I mean,
through the world.
Even
clown world. That's
yes.
Yep.
I mean,
that's what that one guy
love
says.
him or hate him, Trump. I will be the first to admit there are times when he did say shit stuff that he probably shouldn't have said or whatever. I get it. I agree with that. But on the whole, he did a lot of good things for this country.
Yeah.
And
He definitely had a mouth.
he had a mouth,
Yep.
but people knew exactly where he
Yeah.
stood.
Yep.
And he kept people in check. Because if you noticed, once he was out of office and
The current peoples.
look the progression
Need to be locked up.
of things that have happened, you know, it's
Yeah.
it's a shit show.
The current one is way out there and needs to be put in a home. Just my opinion. Hopefully I don't make any of you mad.
That is true. He was a great president, but his own worst enemy.
Would you like some cheese for that wine, sir?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody gets offended over nothing. You know, and what's, you know, girls are guys and guys are girls, and
Yeah.
men can get pregnant, and what's bad is this is the stuff that the young people are being taught, and that's what's going to be eventually running this country.
Yep. Which is really sad. I mean, Sebastian, I'm afraid for what he.
Yeah.
Afraid
It's
for what's coming. These little kids. Their future is just, yeah, questionable.
RJ, check my garage to ensure no documents are in with the race car. I checked too. I'm all good. Yeah, and see, you know, you look at that whole thing,
Race car.
and they're in a garage where his kid, Mr. Laptop, had access to it. There's pictures of him in that Corvette, same place where them documents are. And it's kind of funny is his kid was in bed with Ukraine and China and all this stuff. And from what I understand, a lot of the documents pertained to Ukraine, China, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know,
But then saying, that Trump was kissing butt to Russia, he was keeping things at peace,
yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah,
Yeah, gas stoves being outlawed, that's another one. Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
That
Just so many things are just going downhill very bad.
because of the 12% of it causing asthma and stuff like that. And those stoves have been used in houses for long, long, long time. If you're concerned about it, turn your range hood on
Yeah.
or crack a window.
Yep. Yeah, we have one. I'm not changing it out either.
No. Well, see, that's the thing, that
Nope.
you lose electric. Your power goes out. Okay. How are you going to cook your food? Well, I mean, granted, you go outside and build a campfire, we can because where we live, but these people are stupid.
Yeah.
I don't,
Crazy, crazy world.
I don't, I'll have 5 gas stoves. I don't care. It's stupid. Well, what they're talking about, no, again, we live in New York, you know, I can't remember the date. I think next year is when they're saying they want to do it. All new homes are not to have a gas stove, pretty much gas anything. So electric heat, electric hot water tank, electric stove. So if they do that, it's
Yeah. Ugh,
The power grid's not going to handle it.
no. Mm-hmm.
There's no way. There's a lot of places that can't handle it now, and they want to jam electric cars down you. Don't get me wrong, electric cars are cool, and I grasp the concept, and yeah, okay, whatever. But
those batteries for those, though, they can't do anything with them.
well, okay, they're bitching about the environment and this and that and blah blah blah. The amount of resources it takes to mine and process the raw materials to produce them batteries, to make one battery will never ever 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 recoup that
Exactly.
thing, you know. And then just on top of that, again, we're in Western New York, and what about the areas that get frigid cold? Everybody knows that batteries' life are cut down dramatically from the cold. And also overheating, too hot. And it's just
Good point.
stupid. And again, I'm in the construction field. I've got a 2017 F350 Lorraine with a 6.7 diesel. You're never, ever, ever going to get an electric vehicle to do the stuff that I do with that truck in the distance. There's no way. And that is exactly true. Where do you get the electric from? Either coal, natural gas, or nuclear. And people don't think about that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Damn dummies. Some people are just dumber than stumps.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I know. I think it's this summer.
What's that?
Gas powered weed eaters, lawnmowers, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's either this spring or maybe next spring that they're not allowed to sell them anymore in New York. Everything's got to be electric. I do a lot of lawn mowing. Nope. Now we went off onto the political side here, damn it.
Yeah. Oops. My bad.
That's right. It's your fault.
I started it. How did I start it? I don't remember.
I don't know, but you
started
did. Just to be on the safe side. Always blame the woman. There's no more women here, is there?
No.
That's right, it's Walt.
I think Nicole's still here. She was. I don't know.
She's probably sitting in the back calling me an asshole.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, we're just waiting for civilization just to.
At the rate it's going, it won't be long.
Yeah, I'm thinking in the next 5 to 7 years, things are just gonna, unless there is a major turnaround on things.
Yeah.
Within the next 5 to 7 years, give or take a little bit, there's gonna be serious issues in this country, more than what there is right now.
Yep. Unfortunately.
And that's okay, because we got a whole bunch of woods, and we got a camper out there, and we're good.
Yep.
I'm the epitome of a country boy. I can live out there with no problem. Only I won't be able to shave. How you like that? We'll get the old Grizzly Adams going. Go DB.
Okay, then I'll have Grizzly Adam legs.
No, you're shaving that shit somehow.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Oh, yeah. I couldn't do that. Nope. Mm-mm.
Wintertime's fine. Hey, you got to keep shit warm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's. I just hope. I just hope things turn around for the better. I mean, none of us are getting any younger.
Speak for yourself.
And right now, a lot of us are basically at the mercy of everybody else.
Hmm.
Right? Right.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, we can just hope for everything to get better.
I hope so. But like I say, if it don't, I don't care.
Because, like, how much worse could it get?
Oh, it can get worse.
Yeah. Sadly, but ugh,
But see, that's the
I don't
thing.
want to imagine.
If you really look at it, a lot of this has been going on in incremental parts over a long period of time. It's nothing big at one time.
Right.
It's little bit of things here, and then it goes for a while. People get accustomed to it. Then it's something else goes for a little while. People get accustomed to it, and it's just
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's why it's time to explore. Yeah.
yep.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, if things go to shit, there'll be a lot of stuff to
A
explore.
lot more. Yeah.
Don't know if YouTube will be around. Well, I'm convinced that.
Yeah. She's still here. See?
Oh, hey, I'm convinced that a lot of this started way back when everybody is a winner, nobody's a loser. You know, uh, you everybody got a participation trophy.
Yeah. How about winning it?
And that mindset. Those kids learned it, and now they are growing up and they're doing it. And now look what they're doing in schools now. They're doing a lot of that stuff in schools now, where nobody
Nobody
'cause
loses.
it's life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It doesn't teach them anything.
Nothing.
Yeah. They
It
really
makes
don't.
them feel entitled.
Yep.
So when a situation arises, what do you mean I didn't get the job? Oh, you're a racist or whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid
Yep.
people. Sorry, going on a tangent about stupid people again, but
Yeah.
yeah, it has been going on a long time. Like I said, in my opinion, it's just small things going down the line, and then it just gets blown out of proportion more and more.
Yep.
Now you know, men can get pregnant. You know that.
Because that's possible. Ah.
That's not possible.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care how you slice it.
Or men having tampons. We just
Ew.
saw a thing on that.
Yeah, that's
I was
just
like, what?
stupid.
Ugh,
And a lot of these companies are buying into it because if they go against it, they feel they're going to lose money, which they will because people are stupid. Instead of standing there saying, you kind of have
exactly,
a mental.
RJ. He just said that.
She's accused me of being on a rag.
I do think that men get their, like, the
Okay.
attitudes or whatever of monthly.
Technically, again, I'm good with biology and I learn a lot of stuff. Technically, men
You just can't
do have.
leave.
I don't want to say it's a menstrual cycle because it's not a menstrual cycle. Men have A testosterone cycle, I guess. I don't know what you
Yeah,
want to call it.
a monthly testosterone. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and it's just your body. It's just the way it
Yeah,
goes.
but definitely not bleeding.
But
If a man's bleeding, they need to go to the
you need to
doctor.
go see a doc because you got some shit going on.
Wow, this conversation's gotten wild.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
we just get
cranky.
cranky.
Yes, you
Yes.
definitely do.
Are you saying in general, or are you pointing a finger?
Get cranky at like men,
'Cause
you as well.
I don't get cranky.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be the first to admit it. I get cranky as well, especially when I'm lacking sleep
Well, that'll do it to anyone, or you're overworked.
and underpaid.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, just think, if I didn't do the stuff that I do, the company wouldn't
Yeah.
exist.
So, Mooney, if you're watching this, yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Uh,
Yeah, the company I work for, I've been there for 31,
2?
2
Oh, something like
years.
that. Yep.
And yeah, it's come out of my boss's mouth that if I wasn't there, he would be out of business within 6 months.
He would. He wouldn't know what to do.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, if
What would
all
I do
things go
without
well,
McKinney?
then he's gonna have to figure it out.
He's gonna have to.
Yep.
Well, he's gonna be turning 70 here in February, so
Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 5, exactly.
if you
Ah,
look on the internet hard enough, I'm sure you will find
yep,
somebody that will agree to
believe
that.
that, yeah, yeah.
It's like the Earth is flat.
Yep, you're just gonna drop off,
You're gonna.
like,
That's where my one drone went.
or or as Jesse had said that one time, that,
Oh, the
the
sun's
sun was a
in our.
projection
No, the
from the
sun.
government.
No, the moon was a
The moon,
projection.
yeah,
The sun's within our atmosphere.
yeah, yep,
Yeah,
because that makes any sense.
you could just take a hot dog and stick it out the window. It's cooked.
Yikes. Yeah.
And then she wanted to homeschool the kid.
Yeah, no.
No.
That wouldn't go well. No, that would have been bad.
Yeah, it's flat and an infinite,
Yeah.
infinite. That word. I can't say it. I don't understand. It's all a
And
hoax.
bacon grows on trees.
I wish it did. That would be
Go to the
cool.
grocery store. Don't go on because
Yeah,
stuff at the grocery store is like
yeah,
grown there. I don't know. Like what the heck?
yeah. I don't. I'm not the sharpest knife in the block, but I just don't understand the stupidity of the vast majority of people.
Yeah.
It's just, but when
Cracking me up.
when shit hits the fan, those are going to be the first ones out the door because they're not going to be able to survive.
Zombie apocalypse. Here you go.
Yep, bait.
Oops.
2 + 2 is 5. Yep, here you go to the zombie. But then they'll run away because they ain't got no brains.
Yeah, or the zombie will run.
Mm.
And push them back.
I don't want to deal with it. So now we just sort of went off on a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, no coffee makes us all like that, I think.
Uh-huh.
You gotta have your coffee in the morning at least, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't have coffee, I'm an asshole. Subject change.
Yeah.
No, I drink way,
Way
way,
lot, yeah.
way. Well, I have cut down over.
Yeah, you still keep them in business though.
Well, yeah. I went down from maybe 7 gallons to 5. I drank way too much coffee. A lot.
Yeah. Runs through your veins.
Yeah. Last time I got blood work, like, I don't know, a couple, 2, 3 years ago, they said, "Oh, we're gonna draw some blood," and I said, "Oh, large triple triple." And they're like, "What?" Mostly coffee in there. So, what time is it?
It is
9:30.
9:30. Wow.
Ooh, I'm surprised you didn't turn into a pumpkin yet. Yeah, so we're probably gonna be jumping off here pretty
Yeah.
soon. It's 9:30 Friday. Ooh, 9:31 on a Friday night. I got a bunch of work I gotta do tomorrow, and we gotta go to a funeral tomorrow. Yay! What's that?
RJ.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yep. So,
Oh, yep. So we're gonna get going here, you guys. I mean, it's great seeing everybody. Nice
yeah,
shooting the
fun stream.
shooting the feces. Better than slinging the feces.
Oh, yeah. Ew.
But I think
Yeah,
I,
definitely, Chris.
I'm seriously contemplating because, like I said, when we went to Ohio last time, we did like the first 2 counties in pretty much down the whole east side of it. So maybe we can plan the west side, that area in there, and we'll have to do some research, and maybe we'll hook up with you if you got a couple of good places, and we'll go from there.
Uh,
All
all
right, you
right,
guys.
everyone. Yeah. Great chat.
John, Nick,
Thank you.
Chatting's great talking to y'all.
Hope to see you on the next one.
All righty. Y'all stay safe out there. If you're in a cold area, stay warm.
Yep.
If you're in a warm area, cool down.
Night night. Take care.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend.